am sovereign.
Hello YouTube, I am Sovereign, and welcome back to Let's Play Battlefleet Gothic Armada multiplayer as the Imperials. It's been a while since I last did a video, mostly because I've just had a ton of stuff going down in real life. But I am back to making videos, and as you can see I have worked my way up. I am now Admiral level 8, and I have unlocked battleships. And after a bit of playing around, I have to say, my original idea of having the Emperor class and my Dictator cruiser doubling up as carrier support for my fleet was really disappointing. Imperial carriers, I don't know if I'm just not very good with Imperial carriers because they're quite different to the Chaos ones, but generally the feeling I have is that Imperial carriers suck. Give me more macro cannons. So I swapped it for a retribution, and you can see I have all the macro cannons, and this makes Sovereign very happy. The other thing that's happened in Battlefleet Gothic, as many of you will know, is the Space Marines are out, and they have been interesting opponents. My initial engagements with them, I found I was quite successful. Coming up against light cruisers, I was alright. My standard tactics of running in and belting the crap out of them with my own Adeptus Astartes worked quite well. But in higher level games, I found myself frequently coming up against players running 2 battle barges and a single escort. And Space Marine battle barges are fucking nails, to put it mildly. I probably didn't have the best fleet composition because I had a few games where I took some losses and couldn't take my preferred fleet, but I tried... What did I have? I had one game where I had my Retribution, my 2 battle cruisers, and I think a couple of escorts, and I had another game where I had just my 2 Dauntless Mark IIs. They're not fantastic, I know, only being level 3, and then a swarm of sword frigates. Now after the update, I couldn't put the extra armor on my sword frigates, so they've lost some hit points, but my sword frigates are still pretty nasty. And I took out 1 battle barge, and that was it. I think I damaged the second one. In the first game I had with my heavier ships, my battleship and my battle cruisers, I heavily damaged one before it warped out. But pretty much all of my guys got pasted, so that's going to force me to rethink my tactics, basically. And in order to reconfigure my ships, I'm going to have to develop some more renown. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to show off my new battleship, which I can't afford an upgrade for, and try and get myself some more renown to reconfigure my fleet with my original plan, which was to start slapping the Adeptus Mechanicus on things. If you can't outboard them, outshoot them instead. Off we go. Okay, so we are into a match against Orcs. 600 point cruiser clash. Okay, so I kind of want to show off this bad boy. Can I afford both my battle cruisers? I can. This is probably going to be a setup full of regret. Let's not do that. Let's take... The Orcs are going to naturally want to close with me, so I'll take my Lunars. I need to replace my Dictator with something because I've just gone off carriers completely, at least in the Imperium. So for the points we've got left, I could have my Dauntlesses, 3 escorts. Nah. Let's just run with the big guns. Let's say, to hell with it. Let's take the big ships out, and hopefully we won't die horribly. Let's try that again. So, Admiral ship. orc chap seemed to be getting a bit impatient. For some reason it wouldn't let me click the ready button. Still think this game is fucking pretty. So many hours in. Right. So let's have a retribution there. Let's use our cruisers as a squadron. I say our cruisers, our battle cruisers. For the first time in a long time, I've decided to use a micro warp jump drive on my battleship just to try and counter its incredibly limited mobility. Now I want all of my guys to get up nice and close and use those delicious broadsides and those delicious boarding actions. Against orcs, that's possibly a mistake, but you know what? We're the Imperial Navy. We've got bigger guns. Hopefully the orcs will be half dead by the time we get into boarding range. 8 ships on the orc flayer's side, so he's probably running some cruisers and some escorts. Oh, he's running a lot of escorts, apparently 10 ships. That's like one of my swarm fleets.
Your orders? Yes, Admiral.
And I don't have an auger probe.
Ship ready.
I'm not sure I thought this through, perhaps, as well as I could have done. Never mind.
At your command.
Whoops.
Going silent.
Torps are a thing I have, so I should probably use those. So apparently the shortcut for that is Q. Did not mean to reveal all my ships quite that quickly, but never mind. These will be boarding torpedoes, I bet you. Yep. Orcs love them. And now the orcs can dodge my volley. Which they probably will, in fairness. Not sure if that was an impact or not. Oh, I see what you did there. That stops me turning broadside, doesn't it? See if we can't try and... It's quite funny. One of the reasons I like Battlefleet Gothic is because one of the things that historical ships used to do was when torpedoes were fired at them is turn towards them, and it would minimize the number of torpedoes that would actually hit the ship.
At your command. Ship ready. Awaiting orders. Enemy ship sighted. Your orders? Course plotted. Yes, Admiral. Ship ready. Your orders? Awaiting orders. At your command. Yes, Admiral. Ship ready. Warp engines active. Ship ready.
Right, I think we've got this one in the bag. Just about.
Your orders?
It'd be really nice if that guy would put his fires out though. Yeah, he's really on fire. I'm possibly going to lose my battleship. Never mind. Or not. Yes, that was very lucky on account of my battleship there, but that is GG. Oh no, no.
Awaiting
There's his
orders.
reinforcements. Damn it. I
Ship sighted.
am possibly a bit knackered.
Ship ready. At your command.
Yep.
The flagship has been destroyed.
Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Well, we can just continue ramming them and hope. The Emperor protects after all. Might actually get away with this. Well, he missed. Still got my lance cannons, which is nice. Oh, maneuvers are great. Come on. Get your gargantuan head around. And that is GG. So I think I took a couple of ships took heavy damage, but nothing got destroyed. Meanwhile, I think I took out almost the entirety of the Orc fleet, so that should be a rather tasty amount of renown. 271, yes. Oh, I lost my battleship. I lost my battleship. Always, always, always gets blown up. Always. I don't know. Maybe I need more escorts to screening vessels or something, I don't know. But you are out for 2 fights, you're out for 1. But I can afford an upgrade on you now. Hooray! And I think the upgrade is actually going to be to upgrade your macro cannons so that they really pack a wallop at short range. I could get that so the more accurate long range. I mean, he does have plasma macros to start off with. Imperial accuracy, 40% at 9k. I don't like firing at long range. So it goes from 40% to 50% with the targeted matrix. That one goes from 20% to 40. So 400 points. That's not really large enough of a bonus. Because I thought the other reason my battleship gets killed a lot is because I don't have a shield upgrade on it. So let's make it even tankier. Although, of course, the problem I have is torpedoes, particularly with new Space Marines coming in, having come in with their lovely boarding torpedoes. I think I'm actually thinking of running extra turrets. And with my sword frigates, you can see there I've got the Voss pattern void shields on them. But I'm not convinced by them, and I'm back to, well, more defense turrets. Let's shut down these enemy fighters and torpedoes that are coming in at us. So I think I'll think about that when it's actually repaired. In the meantime, I think we'll take another match. Okay, so we are back, and we have a planetary assault. I've only actually played one planetary assault game before, which is, I think, a new map. New scenario. Ha. And I'm against Space Marines, so this could be interesting. So I don't have my big ships at my disposal. I do, however, have my backbone of smaller goodies. Actually, let's ditch the Dictator. Take a more standardized fleet. So I've got my lunar cruisers, love them. I know everyone hates them, but screw you guys. And my dauntlesses and my sword frigates. So we are now fully kitted out with the Astartes. How successful we'll be at counter-boarding the Space Marines, I don't know. But I'm here pretty much just to bombard the planet, so we'll see how this goes. It might just be a case of running my escorts off to do the bombing if I don't know if escorts can do bombing. I guess I'll find out. Help the ground forces. So, the enemy has 4 defense platforms. KKK. Actually, not KKK. Let's have none of that because those guys are assholes. What's an acronym for some sort of organization that, you know, stands for peace and love? It's not the Imperium. Righty. Let me at him. Let's move our dauntlesses straight into that gas cloud because I have the upgrade on them that lets them use special maneuvers without revealing their positions, so I can run them out of the other side under silent running.
Course plotted.
And hopefully we will be able to ambush and bacon tree our enemies.
Going silent. Your orders.
So the enemy's running for that gas cloud.
Orders received. Awaiting orders.
Now, given that it's Space Marines, not quite sure what I'm going to run up against. The only Space Marine ships I've seen so far are their light cruisers and their battle barges, so... Okay, so these guys have the upgrades that give them fighter defense. That's cool.
Yes, Admiral. Enemy ship sighted.
Cruisers, cruisers, cruisers. Okay. And a battle barge. Okay. That is a whole lot of nasty.
Your orders?
Don't go in the asteroid field, you silly muppets.
Cruising speed set. At your command.
Excuse me.
Enemy ship sighted. Awaiting orders. Activating tactical cogitators.
Just hang on to that for now.
Awaiting orders.
your cogitators, mate. There go my borders.
Cruising speed.
Which is fine by me.
We are the Imperial Navy.
Let's actually just take that
Yes, Admiral.
bloody platform out because it's getting annoying.
Engaging. Engines hot.
Oh, that was a convenient boarding position, wasn't it?
For the Emperor.
Let's see what we can do about that battle barge. He really needs to be stopped.
Underway. Ship ready. Changing course. Understood. Yes, Admiral. Burn retros. Lock on target. At your command. Setting course. Imperial escort destroyed.
Well, we can live with that, I guess.
Navigator will guide us out.
No, you won't. You will have none of that.
Changing course.
And you will get yourselves into an acceptable boarding position.
All ahead full. Awaiting orders. Your orders. Damage streams. Begin repairs.
Get off. Do we have a boarding position yet? No, we don't. Next one's up in 20 seconds.
Ship ready.
Okay. This guy is actually starting to really do a number on me. I think I may
At your command.
attempt to bow out.
New planetary target.
Okay, cool.
Warp engines active. The punishment
No,
of
you-
ground coordinates acknowledged. Yes, Admiral.
Oh, where did we hit? Took out his armor belt.
At your command.
Yeah, armor belt's really good.
All ahead full. Awaiting orders. Ship ready. Cruising speed set.
No, you can run because you're half dead, so that's fine.
Your orders. At your command.
So, turns out escorts can't do bombing, but that's okay.
Executing orbital strike. Ship ready.
And now here come the Space Marines.
Lock on target. Yes, Admiral.
I've lost my generator, so I have no shields, so you know what? Without shields, I don't think I'm going to survive very long, so
Awaiting
let's
orders.
just take our licks and get out of here.
Setting course. Yes, Admiral.
Might actually get away with this. Come on, leg it, leg it, leg it. Yes, thank you. So yes, Space Marine battle barges, tough as nails. Which is why I think, as an Imperial Navy player, I would be better off with Adeptus Mechanicus upgrades rather than Adeptus Astartes. Because there's no point trying to outboard Space Marines. What I can, however, is try and shut them down and stop them from being Space Marines if I have more of the appropriate upgrades on my ships. So, let's see. I have 2 ships lost in the warp and I have 2 destroyed. So Space Marines are going to be quite tough for me. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and rethink my tactics because I've tried top heavy fleets with just gargantuan battleships. Well, I say gargantuan battleships, I mean the larger varieties of ships. I've tried a more balanced fleet and I've tried a swarm fleet and I've not been very effective against them, so I think I'm going to have to reconsider my tactics slightly, and I'm possibly just going to have to take my licks for a few games until I build up the renown to unlock different favors, different upgrades, and figure out tactically how to outmaneuver the Space Marines. And that is going to be hard, but I am never one to shy away from a challenge. So thank you very much for watching this episode, and I will see you guys next time. Tatty bye.